Hello, everybody in YouTube land. My rents are gone, so I'm gonna just take the opportunity to sort of, um, you know, uh, just do a little video on something I saw recently. We're joined again by my canine pal. She'll probably just be over there snoozing. Um, my father's going to be gone for a little while, so she always tends to know when that's going to happen and behave a little weird. So I'm just kind of trying to look out for her today. So I recently saw, and you can find this online, Star Trek Continues. Apparently, there's a couple of independent film companies who've gotten the rights from whoever's involved, Paramount, I guess, to kind of continue the original Star Trek series. So I was just watching it, and in true not me fashion, I actually took some notes because sometimes there's a lot to say. For one thing, it's pretty much the same set. It's the original Enterprise set, pretty much down to the last detail. It looks like they're using the same one. I seriously doubt they rebuilt it. They may have, updated this one a little bit, or updated it a little, but, to me, it looks exactly the same. So, same set, same lighting, and everything, or I should say same set, same lighting style, same acting style, and everything like that. Different actors, for the most part. Now, anybody who's kind of a Trekker / Trekkie, or Trekkie / Trekker, probably knows that the gold color was actually green for the uniforms. And that is apparent if you watch the original series. That is apparent in some lighting. You can tell it's green, and in some production or still photos, it's absolutely green. And of course, if you just look at Kirk's wraparound tunic, that's pretty green. So it wasn't actually supposed to be Command Gold. It's Command Green. And even in Next Gen, it does have a vaguely green sort of appearance to it, although it is referred to as gold. But the lighting's a little more friendly to the uniforms in this one. It does look a little more greenish, like it should. The red uniforms didn't suffer from that lighting so much. They're a little pink in some lighting, I've noticed, but the blue uniforms, sometimes, like if Spock's standing a little farther back than McCoy, McCoy's uniform looks a little different. It looks a little brighter. The guy who's back in the distance, generally his uniform looks darker. I guess it's just the way that velour fabric sort of reflects light. So I don't know if they went with a different type of lighting this time around, or a different type of fabric that's a little more friendly to that. And it's not quite a green, but it's closer. So that was kind of nice to see. Again, the acting style's pretty much the same. The guys they have playing Scotty, Kirk, and Spock are really good. In fact, the guy playing Scotty is Chris Doohan. I assume Jimmy Doohan's son, or grandson, or something like that. Guy had kids real late in life and real early in life, so I haven't looked into who he is. I assume he's his son. He's about the right age, so. So Chris Doohan, Scotty, he does a pretty good job. He struggles with the accent sometimes, but he looks the part pretty well. The guy they have playing Kirk, he kind of has that Shatnerian thing down pretty well. Spock he's not super hard to play, so the guy they have playing him is doing a pretty good job. Let's see, music, the music's the same. the effects are updated, like how they updated the original series. So the effects are really nice looking. The writing and directing is pretty good. There's only one episode right now. I don't want to spoil it any, so just look up Star Trek Continues in Google. It's the only episode available on the site. And they have 3 vignettes. Again, the writing and the directing is pretty good. I mean, they're coming up with ways to kind of continue things, and it seems like they're taking the opportunity to sort of fill in a few holes as well. Not just Kirk's normal hole filling, but which he's still up to, by the way. But TAS, for example, the animated series, that was made canon recently, and in I think season 1, season 1, or I think it's a season 1 episode called "The Practical Joker," it's revealed that they do have a holodeck on that Enterprise. So they decided to take that over to Star Trek Continues, and have established that now there's a holodeck there as well. So that kind of I just noticed there's some stuff in my room that wasn't in here before. Kind of what happens when you live in somebody's office. So they're going to take the opportunity to fill some of that stuff in. I should also say that it's done in 4:3 rather than widescreen. So it's square on the screen rather than wide. And it does have, that's how the original series was done. So I assume that's why they chose to maintain that. And I haven't tried to widescreen it. I don't know how that works. A lot of times you can get away with it, and you lose a little bit off the edges, but I don't tend to do that, because if it was filmed in 4:3, it should be watched that way. Otherwise, you're just kind of you're not seeing stuff you should be seeing. The episode was done really, really well. They got one of the actors from the original series to do it. Again, I don't want to spoil much, but there's some of the positives. Now, I do have some negatives. Although the 4:3 thing is classic, I would have rather seen it in widescreen. That's what we do these days. It would look a lot more cinematic. They could do a lot more. Maybe it has something to do with the sets and such. They were set up to work in that aspect, so they may not be able to stretch out too much without revealing like a lot of stuff that they don't want the audience to see. What else did I put here? There's so I would have liked to have seen it in widescreen. There's not enough production yet. I haven't looked at the age of the series, but there's just one episode and a few vignettes, and it's like, let's do this thing. I've watched the episode a couple times now. I just got done watching it, so I really don't need to see it again for a while. So I'm just hoping. This can't really be cheap to do, but I'm just hoping that they kind of carry on with it and release more episodes on a regular basis. I'm also a little concerned that they're going to try and remake a few episodes rather than just making new episodes, because Turnabout Intruder, which is, I think, the last episode from the 3rd season of the original series, and probably one of the worst in a lot of people's opinions, I don't think it's so bad now, but it's not one of the better episodes. That's actually one of their vignettes. So I'm hoping that they're not going to do that. There's also the TAS, the animated series problem. If that just became canon and that is years 4 and some of 5, then they're going to have to work around that, and that might be part of the problem. They might not have counted on that. So I'm just hoping that they're not going to screw anything up there, because this series technically isn't canon. If they want it to be, they have to kind of go with the predicted storyline. So I'm hoping they can find a way to work around that. Or it'd be cool maybe if they took some animated series episodes and kind of lengthened them and made them a little longer and fleshed them out. Like the second Shore Leave episode, for example. Would be kind of cool to see, done up a little better. And I don't know, less for kids. So yeah, they could technically affect the canon. The guys that they have playing McCoy, Sulu, and Chapel aren't so good. The McCoy in the vignettes is better than the one in the episode. I'm not sure who was there first, but I like the guy in the vignettes more than the guy in the episode. The guy in the episode just doesn't scream McCoy to me. He's kind of fat and tall and out of shape, and no offense to the actor, I mean, he is. And just doesn't, although he seems like he'd make a good Doctor character, I don't know if they should have slapped the McCoy name on it. Sulu's this Asian guy I've seen in stuff before. He just sounds completely ridiculous. I'm not trying to say he's a bad actor. He just sounds really comedic, and I don't know if I really vibe with that. Chapel was in it for a minute. Again, she's kind of this chubby white chick that, would probably offend Majel Barrett if she saw her. Uhura, the actress they have playing Uhura, she's alright. She's kind of the neutral one. I could see someone else playing her, but she's played well enough, I guess. And her character got good exposure in the episode, so hopefully her character will get a little more screen time in this series if it goes on. I guess what I'm saying is you should check it out if you're into Trek, and then make your own decision as to whether it should continue or not. They might be looking for some type of donations or script ideas or something like that. Again, I haven't looked into it a whole lot, but it is probably worth checking out, so you might want to see it. The vignettes are pretty good, aside from the Turnabout Intruder one. And actually, they probably did a better job on that than the original cast did. I mean, that was their last episode, so who knows how much effort they all put into it. But I will say, as a Trek fan, I did enjoy it. It was pretty good. I hope that they can crank out some more. I think it'd be interesting to see what they do with it. I have some chores to do around here, and I gotta make myself some food, so this video is long enough. I'm trying to make more one-part videos instead of two-part videos. I don't know if I've had enough wisdom in me lately to do two-parters, and the two-parters always tend to get watched less on the second part. Anyway, so bye-bye, goemonronin signing off.